July has been a hell of a month for me in this car. Everything from accidents, battery problems, and a missing lug nut. That counts. But before we get into all that, of course I need a car wash. It's never an actual video unless I detail my car first or wash it first. So before we do that, we need to change the oil and coolant. I forgot the coolant. I'm gonna have to go get the coolant after the oil change, but yeah, let me change this oil real quick and we'll get back into the conversation. All right, so we end up getting the car up. I just bought these wheel ramps from O'Reilly's. I'm kind of iffy on them because one, my car is low, and we'll get to that later, but the new bumper that I got has a lip on it and it got caught onto that piece. But this one's, as you can see, there's still some gapish there, but it's up. But if we go to this side, from this angle, you can see it better from the front, but if you look from this angle, it's kind of like hanging right there. So I have like this jack that comes with the car just to support it, just in case. And yeah, I mean, the car is up. Right now I'm just waiting for it to cool down. I did start the car up and I let it run for a good minute, just because I was kind of uniffy on how to properly, you know, drive the car up on here. So I had to call my brother and I had the car running the whole time. So yeah, I'm gonna let this cool down for a little bit and then we're gonna get to changing the oil. I am using Castrol GTX, Camaro's Take 5 W30. So yeah, I got that, and then got this K&N filter. So yeah, hopefully we can get this done because my low oil light has been on. Just because I haven't really been up to maintenance with this car. I've been trying to figure out other things with this car. Like I said, I'll get into all that. I'm sorry for blue balling like that and saying, you know, I'll get into it. But after this and after we get our coolant in and after we get the car washed, I promise I'll get to, you know, the whole gist of what happened this past month, because it was pretty crazy. And as you can see from the front end, it changed it a lot. I've been at this bolt for a while, and I feel like it's stripped. I don't know if it's just the oil that's causing the socket to slip off of it, but every time I try to turn it, it feels like it locks on and then it just slips. Let me show you guys. I gotta be careful because there's a spider under here. I just seen it. It was a little tiny spider. It's funny because I just crushed his ass and he just like shot his web up and just vanished. For the time being, I do have an extra quart that I can spare, and I'm just gonna add oil. That bolt doesn't seem like it's getting off anytime soon, so I might end up taking it to one of my mechanics. I can at least say that I tried. I bought everything that I needed and I was like really dedicated to doing it, but I don't really want to strip the bolt using the tools that I have. I'd rather them, you know, actually have something that can just take that bolt off right easy and you know, save me a hassle of buying another bolt. So I'm gonna just pour that whole quart into there because I did check it and the shit was low as fuck. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that real quick. So I figured let's get right into it. Right now I'm just chilling, just taking pictures of the car. If you guys want to see the pictures of the car, follow my Instagram, JavenLOL. Yeah, I try to make this thing look better than it is. But anyway, the real reason of this video. July was full of ups and downs. We got a lot of parts in July that we were going to install before everything happened. We were just building everything up, you know. So let me tell you about the first accident, because there was actually two. I don't know if I said that already, but with the first accident was kind of what started it all. I can't remember the date. I'll end up probably popping it up on the screen somewhere. But one day I was going to go pick up my cousin and the car was running fine. Everything was running smooth. But you know, they were doing construction at my apartment. So it was basically like a one-way exit, and usually it's a two-way exit, which makes the driveway a little bit bigger. But since they narrowed it down to one way, it was just a tight squeeze. So I'll just put that into the air so it can go along with the story as well, because that actually plays a big part in the story. And as you guys know, I used to have a Stay Shitty sticker on my front windshield, which is now gone. I replaced it with a smaller one on my rear windshield, just to, you know, keep the culture of the car. But if you guys know the culture of Stay Shitty, you know that Stay Shitty means get sideways, go stupid. You know, if you got it on your car, you're bound to do some wild shit. So when people see the Stay Shitty sticker, especially the way I had it blasted on the front window, they expect the utmost, you know, hood ratchet shit ever out of me in this car. And with me, I am a very I give in to peer pressure a lot with this car. If you tell me to do a burnout and I'm at work, you're gonna get a little wheel spin from me. If you tell me to do a pull when the cops are behind me, you're gonna get a little wheel spin out of me. Both of those have happened before, so just know that I'm very gullible with this car when it comes to people and, you know, pleasing the crowd. So like I said, I was gonna go pick up my cousin, and I'm pulling out of the driveway, and there was these two kids that walk in front of the car. One of them sees the Stay Shitty sticker, so, you know, he gives me the signal to do something. So I'm like, okay, you know, I ain't no bitch. So basically, I said, you know what, let me do it. And like I said, the driveway is very narrow, so usually I curve my car in or curve my car out to, you know, go out so I don't scrape, and just so I have more of a radius to work with. But with this narrow driveway, it kind of forced me to be in an awkward position. This is all my fault, so, you know, I'm just putting it out there. It put me inside of an awkward position where I kind of had to force the car to get sideways, if you guys know what I mean. It was very hot that day, so my car was running on high load, and when you're running on high load in the heat with these cars, they don't tend to perform well. If you guys have a modified car, you guys know what I mean, or just a, you know, car that's meant to be cool at all times. So like I said, I'm already in an awkward position, and I have to force the car to get sideways, which two things that don't really add up to a good result. So I forced the car to get sideways, and by me forcing the car to get sideways, I end up really close to a curb, to the point where I had to force it the other way again. Now the thing about forcing it the other way again, I'm already in one awkward position, and by me forcing it again puts me in another. Thing about me in this car, I don't really like forcing, you know, sliding my car. If it wants to slide, I'll let it do its thing, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna straighten out and keep on going. But, you know, I wanted to give these kids what they want. I'm all for the kids, I'm all for the people with this car. So like I said, as I get close to the curb and force it the other way, I notice my car is starting to straight out towards a pole. As I notice this, I catch it. Like, as soon as it happens, like as soon as I go the other way, I notice it. It's not like it was a last minute thing. I noticed it as soon as it straightened out. So I try to apply the brakes. One other thing about this car has bad power steering and bad brakes. So as I'm trying to counter steer the other way, the wheel kind of locks up and the brakes don't apply, which means I'm literally sliding, or I'm literally gradually slowing down, but I'm still going the same speed, if not a just fast speed in general, towards the pole. And then, you know, by the time the brakes actually stop, I end up curb hopping this giant curb. And with that momentum of curb hopping, it just forced me right into the pole, and it, you know, I crashed. The damage was damage. I end up damaging my front bumper, my front hood, my front bumper support, and my trunk latch, which is also going to play a part into the second accident. So with all that being jank and just damaged in general, you know, I was bummed out at first, but then again, I was just like, you know, it didn't touch the radiator. The car still turns on. I'm okay. The car is fixable. Everything's good. Immediately, as soon as I posted it, everybody helped me out. They slid up saying, you know, I know somebody's selling this, or I got this part. So if you helped out with, you know, the parts supplied for this car, I really do appreciate you. You got me on the road quicker than I expected and anybody else expected. So for that, I appreciate you guys. After we ended up getting the front bumper and the hood, we were kind of short on time because I did have to keep on driving my car to work. So we just put on the front bumper and the front hood, but we didn't really fix the front bumper support, which is connected to the hood latch. Now with this car, luckily enough, the hood is heavy enough to kind of weigh it down. It's not fiberglass. It's, you know, a probably lighter metal, but it's still enough to weigh the hood down. So after we replaced those two, it was fine for about 2 weeks, and I was kind of cautious on it just because I knew that at one point in time the hood can actually pop up whenever it wanted to. But driving it, like I said, driving it for 2 weeks, I actually was doing tests, you know, going different speeds to see if it like wobbles or anything, and it was fine. You know, it was showing no signs of, you know, flopping or anything. It seemed solid, which it wasn't. So one day my boy hit me up. He was like, yo, we're all gonna be meeting at so-and-so's place, you know, slide through. And I'm in a big group chat, so everybody's like, yeah, slide through. And everybody was already on their way or already there, and I was the last one to come. And a part of me was thinking, you know, like I should zip tie my hood. I didn't know where he lived, so immediately I knew I had to take the freeway, but I just trusted myself enough to the point where I'm just like, you know what, I don't need it. You know, we can get there quick. Once we get there, we can take the street, everything will be fine. So I get on the freeway, and I'm doing 80, and then, like I said, the car's doing great, nothing's wrong with it. And then I get onto a very bumpy freeway where there's a lot of dips and potholes on the freeway. Like, when I mean talking about potholes, like if you're in a lowered car with fucked up shocks and fucked up struts, your car is gonna literally shake and sound like it's gonna break on the freeway. So just by me hitting one of those potholes and actually dipping down, it caused my hood to like lift up just a tiny bit to the point where it can catch wind. And as it caught wind, it flew up, smacked my windshield, and fucked up the hood and the windshield at that. So with that being said, I learned my lesson, but at the same time, I knew what lifestyle I was getting into. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. You know what I'm saying? This time I learned my lesson. Like I said, I know what to do and what not to do. I know my limits. And yeah, like, you know, that just goes to say, if you choose a lifestyle, you got to go by all means, or else you're not going to get the full experience of the lifestyle. And, you know, I want to, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm good. The car is good. I just figured I'd give you guys an update because, you know, this car's been down for about pretty much a whole month. You know, not just with the whole, you know, accidents, but actually I've been having battery problems, which I seem to solve. But as we speak of right now, we actually are having more power steering problems. So we might just end up fixing that on this channel as well. But now, since I said all that, I figured I'll let you guys in on future plans now since that has happened. Because in my opinion, I feel like it opened up, you know, different pathways for this channel. It opened up new series. It opened up me actually learning how to, you know, repair this car, because I pretty much did everything myself. If not, I had to help my boy Elijah. You guys go check him out. He's actually a mechanic now. So if you guys want any repair or any, you know, maintenance done to your car and you live in local 559 area, be sure to hit him up. He's helped me pretty much throughout this whole journey with picking up the parts and actually installing them. And he's a good worker. So if you guys want to, I'll leave his Instagram down below and you guys can go check him out. But like I was saying about the few different pathways, I want to implement 3 new series into this channel. One, Road to Show, which is, you know, me building my show car and actually getting this car looking pretty again. We have Road to Reliability, which is just me fixing all the flaws and maintenance of this car to make this car run as good as possible. And then we have Road to Power, which we are going to be adding horsepower to this car, whether we're going to boost it, all motor, whatever we decide, we really don't know yet. I really don't think I'm in a state with this car to actually determine where I want to be. But like I said, we still have plenty of time to decide what we want to do with this car. So yeah, hopefully all those theories end up being a success, because I'm actually more motivated now since I've seen this car pretty much at its lowest point. Whole bumper was caved in, whole hood was folded, and the car just sat in dust, and I had to look at it every time I went to work, and it was just the most depressing thing ever. But yeah, like I said, we're all good. We still got minor issues to fix, but now we're gonna bring you guys on the journey, hopefully. And yeah, so hope you guys did enjoy this little quick update video. I figured I owed it to you guys since, you know, I made this channel and a whole bunch of people, you know, subscribed and, you know, started supporting. I figured I owe you guys an update with what's going on with this car. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But if you guys didn't like the video, there's also a dislike button right next to the like button. So don't be afraid to press that. It encourages me to actually improve the quality of my videos. And yeah, with that being said, it's been your boy Javen. Remember to be great, be yourself, love yourself, and as always, keep that shit peak. Fuck with y'all.
Drippin', saucy, yeah, bitch, I do this often. My bitch is bad, she always in office. Don't got a tags on running my body. Can't see the pads, I'm living too fast. With 20 my dash, I'm up, but I lost him. He wanna brag, I emptied his bag and took what he had. Don't care what it cost him. Then he broke.